welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining wherever you are joining. If you're joining from the Facebook or you're joining us from YouTube, I welcome you and I urge you to please like and share. John, thank you so much for joining. My brother John Obuchi, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Please like and share wherever you are joining from. I welcome every one of you. If you are joining from the YouTube, share and let other people join us. If you are joining from Facebook also, share. Share it in your WhatsApp group. Share in your family group. Share to your friends. Share to your family. Even our enemies, you can share to them so that they come and hear us and know what we have to say and what we have in mind. We have been having a very serious attack on all the platforms. In all the platforms, we are having a serious attack. We are being blocked and people can hardly see our content. When we post videos and we share, it's covered up and people cannot be able to see when we are online and when we are not. So all these things are targeted at stopping us or trying to demoralize us, to discourage us, but we will not be discouraged. No matter how difficult it is, no matter how bad it is, as long as we still have a platform where we can come and talk to Biafra people, we will continue to do so. We will continue to do so. So please, as you join, kindly like the program and share. As you join, like and share so that other people can be able to connect to us too. It is very important. Today is weekend. Weekend is the day people used to relax themselves from their jobs. So many people are not working during the weekend and some are also working during the weekend. But weekend generally is a time that people have to focus on themselves and do some domestic jobs and all that. So if you're free, you have your time, you can just spare us some of your time. Let us interact and let us share views. Today is Saturday and we all know what our timetable is saying. If you are genuinely a Biafran, you should know what the timetable of Biafran today is reading. You should know what our timetable is reading. If you are genuinely a Biafran, except you are not. Because it is not everyone that claims to be Biafra are Biafrans. There are some that claim to be Biafran, but yet they are not. In their attitude and their behavior, you can tell that these people are not. But at the same time, we're not going to send anybody away from our land. My beloved sister Diana, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you, my sister. You are one of my pillars in this platform, and with people like you out there on the comment section, supporting all the time, I will never get tired of preaching this gospel. When I see somebody like my beloved sister Diana, it gives me courage that I still Biafrans, those who are chosen and ready to go home. I appreciate you, my sister, and every other person that is going to connect and join. Please let us remain consistent. Your support is highly needed because the social media is bringing a heavy attack on us. And there's nothing we can do because we are not in charge. They own their platform. Even when we have tried to build a platform in their own provided network, we were able to connect to Biafrans. We have thousands of Biafrans have subscribed to this very channel. Thousands of Biafrans have subscribed in the YouTube page, Facebook page. But yet, When you come online, you find out that nobody is watching. It is not ordinary. It is not ordinary. When we come online, we'll be shouting and talking. You find out you see only 1-2 people watching. When you have thousands of subscribers in YouTube, almost 15,000 subscribers. The same thing in Facebook page. Almost 15,000 followers. But still, when you come online, you discover that you see only one person watching. Christian NWBC, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. So please, as you join, the only thing you can do for us is to help, to share. And you click like to show that you like the program. Click like. That liking of the program will equally help to invite someone else. It will make the algorithm to be lenient with us. So they are programming the whole thing against the Biafra agitators more especially. And when they see that you have a message to present, they will always try to beat you back. Blessed Abraham, you're welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. So, but no matter how they try to suppress us, we will not give up. We will continue to preach the message, and we will continue to use their platform to send this information to people who need to hear it. So, well, for us to be able to stay afloat, you that is watching on the comment section, you have to do your own part by sharing. That is where the radical evangelism comes in. In radical evangelism, you share even to those who refuse to hear, even our enemies, we share to them. You never can tell who we converted, because this message must be preached. Fellow Biafrans that are watching, remember first of all that today is Saturday. Saturday has always been a special day since the restoration of Biafra started. Saturday is a special day, a day of fundraising, and I hope you're prepared. That's why we're just going to have some few minutes of the chat, and then we go and prepare for the fundraising, because that fundraising is much more important than any other thing. Another thing we need to know is that the self-referendum of the Biafran people is a success. And if you have not yet voted, I'm sorry for you. If you have not yet voted on the self-referendum, sorry for you. You don't know what you're doing. You do not know what you are doing. And you are going to pay for whatever you were doing against Biafra today. If you have not yet casted your vote in the self-referendum, nobody's going to beg you to do so. It is a civic responsibility of every Biafran to cast that vote. If you genuinely need Biafra, need freedom, it is not enough to cry and shout. Just like as I said in the morning, that faith without work is useless. It's as good as dead. Faith without work. The only way you can demonstrate effective faith is by work. That is how your faith can be effective, when you are working. Without work, and you continue to hope things are going to change, things are going to be better, freedom is going to come, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your goddamn time. But if you want your freedom to come, if you want change to come, if you want things to happen, you must begin to do something. Today, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, under the Prime Minister Master Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, is waiting for your mandate. Is waiting for your mandate, just as Mazen Nandekano said, that before Biafra will be declared, your mandate is needed. Today, we are asking for that mandate. The Biafra Republic of Exile under Master Simon Ekpa is demanding for that mandate through a self-referendum. If you genuinely want to be free, you must go and cast your vote. I thank you today. Biafran people in Biafra land are casting their vote in huge number. We have seen video evidence, picture evidence, massive turnout. The electoral officers have sent confirmatory videos and pictures. Biafrans are turning out in huge number, and more cards have been printed. Voters' cards are shared. People are still coming to vote. And it will continue like that until the end of this first phase. This is the first phase of it. The very first phase of the self-referendum, the first stage. The voting will continue until this first stage will end. Remember, 29, 30th, and 31st is a sit at home. Those 2 days were added to enable Biafrans to cast their vote. Remember, normally 30th of May is the day we remember our heroes. 30th of May normally has been set aside. It is a total lockdown, complete lockdown in Biafra land, in remembrance of the Heroes' Day. But 2 days were added to that very day to help Biafrans cast their vote, to enable Biafrans come out in huge number to cast their vote. And I believe, from what we are seeing today already, Biafrans are going to turn up massively. Biafrans are turning out, taking every single precautions. And while we are doing what we have to do, the Afonjas, the saboteurs, the betrayers, they are confused. They can't understand what we are doing. They can't understand the direction we're going. Sometimes you see them laughing and making jest of us. He who laughs last, laughs the best. We are not distracted by their laughter. We are not distracted by their lies and propaganda. We are not distracted by their distractions. We are focused. My joy is that in this restoration of Biafra, the man who is in charge, whom Chukwu Okukabema have chosen through Mazen Nandekan, is focused. You can't distract him. There is no amount of distraction that you bring to him. Instead of you to distract him, you propel him to go faster. Everything you call a distraction, we propel him to be harder, stronger, and tougher. That is the beauty of the new dimension. Every one of us should continue to do what we have to do. Do not give up. Don't get distracted. It does not matter what they throw at you. They are going to come with, you haven't seen nothing yet. You know, I have been saying it year to year that we must have to prepare for more things to come. Expect the unexpected at any time. You must not relax. You must not take anything for granted. That is why we must have to be prepared. And I can bet you that the Biafra Republic of Malaysia under Master Simon Ekpa is 1,000 miles ahead of the zoo. The zoo can never, ever catch up with the Biafra Republic of Malaysia. Today, what they are doing is their usual blackmail. What is it they will say today that I have not said? What pressure are you going to put on Master Simon Ekpa? They come on their media and they begin to talk about kidnapping of Master Simon Ekpa. What else have you said that you have not said before? There is nothing new, no threat you bring on board today that you have not carried out. We were here. You wrote a petition against Master Simon Ekpa. People opened up and wrote a petition against Master Simon Ekpa. Before us here, you summoned the ambassador of Finland because of Master Simon Ekpa, and she told you point blank that Master Simon Ekpa is exercising his human rights, and he has the right to exercise his rights. And he is protected under Finnish law because he's a Finnish citizen. Nnamdi Ogu, you are welcome, my brother. So, there is nothing you throw at Master Simon Ekpa today that we have not seen before. We have seen everything. So we were here when you begin to blackmail him You invited the Finnish ambassador, and you got the shock of your life. We were here. You mobilized everybody in that zoo. All your one Nigerians were mobilized. Each and every one of them were making calls on their own. They were calling to Foreign Affairs of Finland against Mazi Simon Ekpa. You're welcome, my beloved brother Namdi. So they were calling broad daylight. Some of them were on video calling to make sure that we know that they are calling. They were calling the Foreign Affairs Ministry in Finland, putting calls across against Mazi Simon Ekpa. Most of their popular people we know, they made a call in the open. The other idiot in Abuja, they call Ordinary Ahmed. Ordinary Ahmed was making a call, broad daylight, insulting himself, disgracing himself against Mazi Simon Ekpa. He came at a point in time, all the lawmakers came together and they began to manipulate on how to bring Mazi Simon Ekpa down, including lawmakers from Biafra land, which Abaribe was one of them. They were all manipulating on how to kidnap Mazi Simon Ekpa. They went to buy a diplomat from France, and the diplomat told them that they should go and negotiate with Mazi Simon Ekpa. They tried to lobby a diplomat to help them. The diplomat told them in point blank, there is nothing I can do. Go and negotiate with him. He is fighting for his people. That wasn't enough for them. They wrote petition and wrote petition until Mazi Simon Ekpa was invited. Remember, Mazi Simon, when he was invited, Mazi Simon Ekpa was invited in Finland, and he was scrutinized and searched left, right, and center. When they told a lie that he was collecting money from Biafrans to fund himself, that he's living large from the money of Biafrans, that he's taking advantage of the Biafran people, raising money, which was a blatant lie. And the Finnish government came. When they came and invited our prime minister, they celebrated. They said, oh, he has been arrested. They were celebrated, including the people who were in election, the P2OB group. They were celebrating everywhere that Mazi Simon Ekpa has been arrested. Even while Mazi Simon Ekpa was having a live program with us that very day, that same evening, he came out that same evening after that interrogation. He came out that same evening and he had a program with us. They were saying it's a pre-recorded program, that it wasn't true. That the channel television we are still reporting about his arrest while we were having a live program, and they said it's a pre-recorded message. What haven't they done against Mazi Simon Ekpa? The drug baron that is now in coma went to Germany to go and lobby. He went to the German consulate to go and lobby against Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the German consulate told them there's nothing we can do. Go and negotiate with him. Which move have they done made? And they have come to conclusion that Mazi Simon Ekpa is unstoppable. They know. They know very, very well. But I pity those of you who are Biafrans and still yet you doubt what you have. No wonder they say that the prophet is not recognizing his own land. A prophet is not recognizing his own land. That is why some Biafrans, you don't know the value of what you have. You don't. You do not know the value of what you have. But I thank you that he chose Mazi Simon Ekpa, and Mazi Simon Ekpa answered the call without minding anybody. He is focused. So many of us don't know what we have. That is why we are still doubting him. We are still attacking him. With all this move they have made in the open, there is no kind of propaganda and blackmail they have not thrown to Mazi Simon Ekpa. But with all that, he continues to power. He continued to win allies for Biafra. He continued to broadcast in the public. And there is one thing you Biafrans should know. If you, any Biafran that have a common sense, when you go and see the Twitter handle of our Prime Minister, when you look at Twitter handle and the kind of information he's passing, and yet he is standing on his ground, untampered, a verified account, you should know that that man knows what he's doing. You should know that Mazi Simon is a law. He's very lawful. Remember, the man you see is an ambassador of peace. He won the award, the ambassador of peace. If Mazi Simon Ekpa is committing crime or considering nuisance, he cannot be on Twitter. He cannot. Twitter that kicked away Donald Trump, the president of the United States. Twitter that shut down many prominent people, including the zoological late Muhammad Buhari. Do you think that Mazi Simon Ekpa will be committing a crime and they will still allow him to be on Twitter? That one alone should be a lesson to every single one of you who is talking trash about Mazi Simon Ekpa. That one alone is enough to teach you a lesson of your life. But yet you wouldn't learn. Your greed, your envy and jealousy will not allow you to learn. You know, for a very long time we have been shouting, talking. We have tried as much as possible to let people see reasons. When we tell you that the IPOB in Nigeria, the Department of Saboteur, that these people are not pursuing your freedom, some of you never believed it. Up till now, some idiots, because of their hatred, envy, and jealousy, and because they have eaten the fruit, the forbidden fruit, because they have eaten forbidden fruit, they have sold their soul. Even when they see the truth, they convince themselves that it is not the truth. Even when they are looking at something that is white, they will be convincing themselves that this thing is black. We have told them. Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa has made revelations, striking revelation that there is nothing that is hidden today. There is nothing that is hidden that you will say it is because of this I did not support Biafra. It is because of this I didn't know before. Any idiot that is up to 18 years and above and you are still saying you don't know, I don't know when you are going to know. And you are going to be punished for not knowing what you are supposed to know. Ignorant of the law is not an excuse. Maybe that's how they say it. Ignorant of the law is not an excuse. After the restoration of Biafra, the Biafran law court will have a lot of issues to settle. Nobody's going to kill you. Nobody's going to attack you. The law of the land, we have a lot of people to deal with. Because we have our primary, starting from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have made striking exposition. He has done huge evangelism to wake up even the child in the womb. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not only educate Biafrans, an education that touched every nook and cranny of the zoo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to wake up every indigenous tribe. Before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kidnapped, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to wake the Oduduwa people up. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in touch with the Edo Belt. He woke them up. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in touch with the Hausas. And they all woke up. You're welcome, my brother Christopher. Thank you for joining. Every one of them woke up. And in the era of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, he has done striking exposition. All the idiots that are hiding under the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, committing one crime or the other. All those criminals that are hiding under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, committing one atrocity or the other. The time to separate the wheat from the chaff came, and Mazi Simon Ekpa took that responsibility to make the separation. He was able to reveal striking informations. There is nothing hidden today in the restoration of Biafra. If you refuse to follow the true path, it is because you are evil. If you refuse to follow the truth, or you say you don't know the truth, or you are standing in between, it is because you are evil. It is because you are part of the fraud. That is why you are still confused. You don't know where to follow. If you are genuine and your heart is clean, if your heart is free of envy and jealousy, you will know the truth, and that truth will set you free. Nobody needs to beg you to know where to focus. Today, I saw a video posted by our Prime Minister where one of the members of the Department of Sabotua, the idiot with 1,000 teeth, was making a confession. And in his own word, he said, we are not restoring Biafra. Somebody who claimed to be your leader, who said, I am Mazin Nandekano, Mazin Nandekano is me. He said that the DOS or whatever they call them, the Department of Sabotua, that they are not restoring Biafra. And their mission is not to restore Biafra. He said it in ABC. Go and see, you will see the video on the platform of our Prime Minister. Go to the X platform of our Prime Minister. You will see the video was posted. You will see the idiot. Somebody called in and asked him in ABC, you are preaching against the self-referendum that is being conducted by the Biafra Republic of Nigeria under Mazi Simon Ekpa, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Biafra. And you said you are for DOS. The guy asking him in a plain word, what is the DOS doing to restore Biafra? And his answer was that they are not restoring Biafra. That they are not restoring Biafra. That what they are doing is just evangelism. For 2 decades. For 2 decades. An idiot is saying that he's restoring Biafra. This is somebody who, that he's evangelizing. That is not the song that he's evangelizing. This is somebody who, in his own presence, Mazin Nandekano spoke about the restoration of Biafra. Mazin Nandekano opened his mouth and said, I will move. He said, remember when he gave out a 150 days prayer? Mazin Nandekano gave the Biafran people 150 days prayer. He said, after the 150 days prayer, we will march. I didn't say it. Mazin Nandekano said it in ABC in his own word. If the audio is still out there. Before the kidnap of Mazin Nandekano, he said, after the 150 days prayer, we will march. We never knew that the preparation we were making is for what is going to come ahead. Just like Christ prepared himself. Christ went to Gethsemane and he prayed before he was betrayed and sold out. He told his disciples to wait and watch and pray with him. But of course, most of the disciples were sleeping. In the same vein, Mazin Nandekano, when the time came for him to answer the call, he took us in the journey of 150 days prayer. And he told us to pray along with him. Many of those idiots didn't pray. All these idiots who call themselves Department of Sabotua, who say we are Mazin Nandekano, none of them went to prayer. No single one prayed. They didn't pray. They were sleeping. And that was when the wave came. It blew every single one of them off. None of them was standing today. Not even one. Every single one of them was blown away. Because they refused to pray. And Mazin Nandekano was taken away from us. Then, the new dimension came on board. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and continued that march, which Mazin Nandekano talked about after 150 days. From that moment he took over, we have been marching. We have never stopped marching. Under our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, we have been marching forward. It is forward ever and backward never. Marching ahead. It has been progress from one step to the other. Our Prime Minister was able to rescue the ESN then from these criminals. He rescued the ESN after they began to assassinate our commanders. After rescuing the ESN, the government in exile was established. After the establishment of the government in exile, liaison offices across the world were being established. Ministries were being established. Bank of Biafra were being launched. Every single thing that makes up a government was put in place by our Prime Minister, Martin Simon. The march started. Since that moment up to today, it has been march. We are good. And you see an idiot who claims to be fighting for struggle, who has been in this struggle for donkey years. They ask him, what is your plan to restore Biafra? He said, we are not restoring Biafra, that we are just evangelizing. And he confessed and said that they are not capable to restore Biafra, that they are not capable. Maybe they are waiting for God to come from heaven and do it for them. I don't blame him. Oh, well, he's right. They are not capable. They don't have an idea. They don't have an iota of an idea of how to do it. He said, we are going to say that there are people, there are some of our people who doesn't know what is happening, who feel that Nigeria is working for them. It is because of them we have to talk on their own behalf and wake them up first before we do it. And when you hear him talking, that confession is about himself. The only people that need to strengthen their thought is these same people, those idiots. The Department of Sabotage, they are the people that have been left behind, not Nigeria, not our Biafran people. Biafran people are very much awake and they are in line. And when you see the self-referendum that is going on, it confirms that Biafran people are aware. That idiot is saying he's doing awareness for 2 decades. What kind of awareness are you going to create more than what Mazen Nandi can have done? What kind of awareness are you going to create than what Mazen Nandi can create? Mazen Nandi did not limit the awareness to Biafra. Biafrans, Oduduwans, Middle Belt, and even the Northerns have been woken up by the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandi. There is no awareness you can create about what we have done. Every single one of us that comes online, everything we are saying is just a repetition of what is a reminder that that is what we are doing. What we are doing today is a reminder, reminding people. There is no new message. What am I going to preach? What new message do I have to preach to you that Mazen Nandi have not preached? That is why most time we play his message, to remind people of the spirit. There's nothing new. And a clown is saying that he confessed that they are not restoring Biafra. They are not talking about restoration. This is people you go and listen to. These are people who claim to be close to Mazen Nandi. Annex Anyang, we are welcome. These are people who claim to know Mazen Nandi. Oh, we are Mazen Nandi. Mazen Nandi is us. I was with him. Everything is becoming very, very clear. That is how the other one, who claimed to be his wife, went and anchored her own self with politicians. She went and began to report politicians. She will come online and begin to praise politicians. The same politician that your husband called by name, he made that particular politician, Mazen Nandi, can mention his name and say, Biafra, do not have anything to do with this man. He said, do not have anything. He said, this man has blackmailed me a lot. This man went to Asoro to tell them that he talks to me, that he's in charge. He discussed that with me. I have never ever spoken to him, neither do I know him. And Mazen Nandi warned everybody to stay away from Ifan. Stay away from Ifan. Do not give him your money. Do not pay attention to him. He is an evil person. I will never have anything to discuss with such an idiot. And I know the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandi. He never goes back on his words. Mazen Nandi doesn't just open his mouth and say a word. Once he says something, he means it. Once he said a word, he means it. It is that same person today that we see his wife go on platforms and begin to praise. Begin to praise. And the funniest and the most painful one is when the kind of language she is using, that he helped him to go and see her husband. Who is going to help each other to have access to Mazen Nandi? Is it you or Andioba? If there's anybody who must have access to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. According to the order of the zoo, the court order, they said his family members have the right to visit him twice every week. The judge, the lawyers, and the family members have the right to visit him twice every week, and any other person that he chooses by himself. So you can see, if there's anybody who will seek for help, it's not supposed to be you if you were genuine. But definitely because you are not genuine. Definitely because you are not genuine. Now, instead of going to your husband's place, you are going to the back door. They are using you to blackmail your husband. May God have mercy. And recently I saw another tweet where she was saying that she can be able to change the lawyer of her husband. That if the lawyers of her husband are not doing well, she can be able to change her life. Mad people. You can be able to change the lawyer of your husband. Which husband? As if your husband is dead, right? Because he can no longer talk. He can no longer speak for himself. He can no longer speak for himself. Because they told you he cannot speak for himself anymore, right? That is why you will come and change his lawyers. That if the lawyers are not performing, you change his lawyers. Is that what they told you to say? Of course, you are talking to idiots like yourself. You cannot be speaking to learned people and intelligent Biafrans. Because we know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone has the right to choose who he wants to choose and fire who he wants to fire. And your colleagues, Ozokeme and Karo White lawyer, has been fired. They have been fired and there is no going back. They have been busted in their criminal activities against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have been busted collecting bribe to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and never to bring him out. Today you want to bring them in, but try. Go and try. It's not time for making noise. This is not time to make noise. Go and try if you can. May Chukwu Abiyama guide and protect all of us. We are going to overcome the challenges. Please, as you join me on this platform, share the program. You can see what they are doing to us. I have been speaking here for more than 30 minutes and we have only 9 people watching. It is not ordinary. Only 9 people watching in a platform that has almost 15,000 followers. It's not ordinary. They know what we are up to. They know what we can do. They know that our message has strength and power. That is why they bring us. They try to block us and make sure that we don't go far. So please like and share the program. We are going to break the bounds. For me, even if I come online and there is one person watching, I will not hesitate to preach my message. I will preach my message and complete it. I thank Chukwu Okame that our app is almost ready. The Biafran app is almost ready. 95% complete. And very soon, very, very soon, they will see us no more. The samples of the app and the buildings are there. Our prime minister is sampling the apps. When our apps come, once you download the app, you can make a call with the app free of charge. Every single thing you can do in our app, you can do an additional. It will be a game changer, just like our prime minister have said. That is what we are waiting for. So let them continue to do whatever they can now that they still have the time. Now that they still have the opportunity. But when the time comes, we are going to take over what belongs to us. And in our own app, we can be able to preach our gospel and reach to those we are supposed to reach. The Liberation Army of Biafra are doing a great job in Biafra land as we speak. There are picture evidence to that. The preparedness of our Liberation Army. how equipped they are. You know, most time, that is why I love Master Simon Ebana. Things, it is not only in words, actions. When he says something, he will show it. What give me a toy to go see if I talk here. Or what if I told talk, go see if I talk here. Master Simon, once he tells you, look at what I'm doing, he will show you for you to see. We can see the pictures that are imagined from the Liberation Army, the videos that are imagined from the Liberation Army. You will now understand that we are more than prepared. We are more than prepared. And they are going to be surprised what is going to happen. Wait. Our Prime Minister made mention of October. We are waiting for October. From October, we will now proceed to November and December. And after then and then, those who are the Thomas will begin to understand the language. After the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra, December, we will speak in the language that everybody will understand. Even if you are dumb or deaf, you begin to understand the language. Revelations are coming. That is why you see them confessing. You see the IPOB in Nigeria confessing. Those idiots are the DSS you're talking about. The 1,000 teeth confessing that they are not restoring Biafra. What they want is to collect your monthly dues. Every month they collect dues from you and use it for their business. That is what they are not there to get you Biafra. He said it. I'm not just making it up. Go to our platform of our private and you watch the program. You watch Get Idiots make the confession. He said they are not getting any Biafra for anybody. That they can't do it. That what they are doing is evangelism. What they are doing is sensitization. For 20 years, they don't have any templates to restore Biafra. In fact, he said they cannot restore Biafra. They can't do it. They are only there to continue to say, oh, hey, Biafra, oh, hey, Biafra. Ugochukwu, you are welcome. Now you begin to understand. It is now making sense for you, right? You know, initially it wasn't making sense. But now, for those of you who are still pretending, you now understand. When we tell you that these people do not mean well, you now begin to understand. That is why I say at this point, if there is still somebody who is confused or somebody who claims not to know what is happening, well, we can help you. May Chukwu can help you. And I pray that when one Nigeria happens to you, you will have the mouth to tell the story. The Biafran liberation is something that we have to embark on. Alozie, you're welcome. Biafran liberation is something that concerns every one of us. And we must focus on it. Biafra liberation is a selfless service. Always remember that. The liberation of Biafra is a selfless service, which every one of us must engage in. For the Biafra Republic of Nigeria, what we are in now is liberation of Biafra. We are not in agitation. We have crossed agitation. Mazin Nandekano have finished everything that has to do with agitation. Pata, 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 pata. Everything that has to do with sensitization, Mazin Nandekano buried it. What we are in today is in restoration. Restoration of Biafra is where we are. So if you are seeking for what to do for Biafra, plan on how to support the restoration of Biafra. There is nothing like agitation. We have crossed the time of agitation, protest, petition. We are in restoration. That is where the Biafra Republic of Exile is, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the commander-in-chief of the Biafra. And in that restoration, it In that restoration of Biafra, we are pursuing that restoration on three fronts. Three fronts explained in layman's language. Three fronts. That is where we're pursuing that restoration. One is an armed struggle. The armed struggle is going on, is not hidden. We are neutralizing everything that is called terrorists on Biafra land, whether in uniform or off uniform. They are all being neutralized. As long as you are representing the Zoological Republic in Biafran territory, warning has been given. You must not bear arms in Biafran territory because it is not your territory. You must not bear arms. If you are in any force in Biafra land and you are serving the enemy, you will be neutralized. That is the armed struggle. Guerrilla warfare is going on. As we speak, the second Biafran civil war is ongoing as we speak, in case you do not know. And the Liberation Army of Biafra is engaging the enemy 24/7, day and night. They will continue to do it until our land is completely freed. That is an armed struggle. Diplomatically, the Biafra Republic government in exile is establishing different kinds of zones. Liaison offices have been established in everywhere. There are liaison offices in all parts of the countries of the world. And new liaison offices have been opened. Most importantly, everywhere we have a liaison office, it is registered. Anywhere we have a liaison office, it is what? Registered. And almost all our liaison offices have submitted letter of recognition. We are getting response. And more response is going to come from now to December. More recognitions are going to come. That is a diplomatic move. The diplomatic move is going on 247. You have seen our ministers go to the Minister of Affairs, Minister of Foreign Affairs, where they are. In any country where they visit the Minister of Foreign, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and they submit letter of recognitions. And as we speak, engagement will soon resume with the United Nations, the EU, the United States, envoys to be sent for discussion. In case they will play ignorant and we're not told. You are going to hear the sound of Biafra across the whole world. Legally, diplomatically, and the move is going on as we speak. As we speak, the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Israel, is granting interviews to international media, making outreach to so many organizations. So many moves have been made. That is how serious it is, diplomatically. And when you come on political move, politics is a game of number. When you come politically, we are still winning. That is why we are talking about the self-referendum of the Biafran people. Politically, we are getting the numbers required. Remember, the number of people that voted in their Shiran election, they claimed that it was 5 million people that voted. 20 million people registered, but only 5 million voted. After our Prime Minister Mohammed given his message and direct people not to go and get involved. Only 5 million, which we know is even an inflated figure. That 5 million is an inflated figure. We know that people that voted are not 5 million. But let's give it to them. We give them the 5 million. Out of the 25 million people who registered, 5 million voted. 20 refused. 20 walked away because of the message of the Biafra Republic of Israel under our Prime Minister Simon. And today we are conducting self-referendum. And we are going to fish out that's 20 million plus the 20 million people who refuse to vote at the voice of our Prime Minister, and the rest of Biafrans who refuse to register. We are going to bring out that number and show to the world. Politically, politics is a game of number. A game of number. Majority carries the vote. And when the number begins to flow out, the world will understand that the majority of Biafrans, as we always say, more than 90% of Biafrans are ready to go home. We have to show them that through the self-referendum. That is how important the self-referendum is. So it is not enough to cry and shout, I want Biafra. Continue to evangelize on self-referendum. Everybody must participate. As long as you are 18 years and above, make sure that any member of your household, your friends, your colleagues, make sure they vote. And every effort is being made on the ground today. Biafrans are casting their vote with the form. There are 3 major ways to make it vote today. So there's no excuse you can give. Either you use the form to vote, print the form, cast your vote and submit, or you make a phone call. Numbers are made available where you can call, be interrogated, and then you provide your details and your vote will be cast for you. Or you can vote by yourself online. 3 major ways, so nobody is left out. We are carrying everybody along. And that mandate is what we want. And I can bet you that Biafrans are given the mandate with full force. Who again will stop us? No man born of a woman will stop the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra, December 2nd. It will be declared, and we will go home. My people of Biafra, do not allow anybody to confuse you in this selfless service. It is a selfless service, and every one of us will embark on it. We must continue to do the right thing. We must continue to do the right thing. Do not allow anybody to disrupt you. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. Do not allow anybody, no matter who the person is, continue to focus on that which is right. Because you are not part of the zoo. You are not part of their projects. They don't like you. They don't want you. Stop forcing yourself to be one of them. You see their Air Force celebration. As their Air Force were celebrating, they were promoting them with their Sharia law. Nigeria already have become an Islamic state. It doesn't, if you like, continue to pretend as if you're not seeing it. Look at today, everything in that country today represents Islam. Everything in that country today is attached to their religion. Everything. And you have your pastors parading themselves around, talking about one Nigeria. You are talking about a one Nigeria that have already excommunicated you. One Nigeria that have already taken you out. Every single thing they are doing today is attached to one religion. And Christian is not that religion. Christianity is not attached. In a country that you have the freedom of worship. But today, their Air Force launching or their Air Force whatever, they went to the mosque to pray. When they gave you vice president and president that is from one religion, now you understand. Now you understand. The only savior that you have in that contraption is the Biafran people. Every one of you is supposed to be thanking God for making Biafrans part of you. Every one of you is supposed to be on your knees, praising Chukwu Kakabiam and thanking him on behalf of Biafrans. because we are the reason you have not been taken over. We are going to do our part to set everyone free for those who want to be free. And those who want to remain in captivity, enjoy it. I appreciate everyone that has connected. I think we have to get a rest so that we can prepare for the coming fundraising. Our fundraising is going to start very soon. Please try and join that fundraising and support. Join the fundraising, support, and give your widow's mite. Anything you know you can contribute, please do not hesitate. It is important. When you are hearing about defense of Biafra land, when you see our Liberation Army displaying their tools, all those tools are bought with money. Every granite falls on the ground is money. So we must join the fundraising and give our utmost support the best way we can. May Chukwu guide and protect every one of you that have been able to join me this evening. Please like and share if you have not shared. If you have not shared this program, like and share it so that others can get it. May Chukwu guide and protect our Liberation Army, guide and protect resistance fighters, guide and protect our Black Marine, guide and protect our strike force. May Chukwu guide and protect de facto government in own land and every member of the cabinet. May Chukwu guide and protect all our media warriors and speakers on different platforms. May Chukwu guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We commit him in the hand of Chukwu for divine protection. May Chukwu be with him, guide him, protect him, secure him. May Chukwu guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazi Nandeka. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafra shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our supreme leader, Mazi Nandeka, shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate you. And I will see you again tomorrow evening by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiam. Thank you and stay safe. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move airborne.